Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Who remembers the BJ and Bill show all those years ago on WOLZ? Well, many have said they missed the show, and guess what? They're back. Welcome to the BJ and Bill podcast.
Welcome to BJ and Bill, the podcast, a part of the Podcast Playground Network. This, my friends, is episode 66 as we invite you to review, and please give us that 5-star review and subscribe. I don't care where you subscribe, whether it be Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your favorite podcast.
And I forgot to remind you, or I forgot to correct you last week. You said it was episode 65, Bill's age. No, I'm 66. This is the podcast that's my age. So, yeah.
Well, you should have correct. No, you didn't correct me then, did you?
I didn't. I just, for some reason, I'm like, yeah, okay. And then I listened back to it and I went, wait a minute. I'd like to be a year younger. That would, I don't know if that would help. You and I were talking about before the show started, before the recording started, that we're both feeling a little dog draggy around here. Yeah, old. We're just feeling old. That's all it is. Is this it? Is this really what it is? This is old. This is what old feels like.
I think so, and I don't like it either. It can stick it right up at you know what.
Return to sender. Come on.
Yes.
Return to sender. Yeah, I don't want it. So anyway, I'm sure a lot of our friends out there who are also our age are going, yeah, welcome to real life, boys.
I'm hopefully going to get a little bit more energy today. I'm trying a new drink today. I'll give it a little promo. I'm actually drinking Liquid IV.
No, it doesn't sound like fun at all.
It's a liquid. It's basically a powder you put in your drink,
right?
And it has all the things that the energy, not the energy, but the hydration drinks have in it, like Gatorade and
electrolytes and stuff like that.
My Body Armor.
Yes.
But you get to use your own water. You just pour it out. Oh. And in fact, I'll give it a little plug right now. If you would like to go to the website, liquidiv.com.
Yes.
Use the promo code OUTCAST and you'll get 20% off your first order.
But wait, you don't make any money on that. The other boys do.
Yeah, but I figured, my other boy
well, that's
bought me some. So I felt, well, actually, I wanted to buy some because I want to support you, son.
Right.
You have been supporting me with this podcast.
Yes.
And so I said I was going to go to the website, but I said to go to the website. Where do I put in the little promo? I can't find it.
Right.
So he explained it to me, but I guess he thought, Dad was a little bit dumber than I am. So he calls me up, that evening and said, hey, Dad, I just ordered you some Liquid IV. And so, it'll be coming in the mail.
I got you.
I go, well, I figured it out once I got home and I just ordered some Liquid IV and it's coming in the mail. So
you got a bunch of it.
Yeah. So I got a lot of Liquid IV to drink for a while.
Promo code OUTCAST, not promo code /OUTCAST with a C or a K. OUTCAST with a C or a K.
Outcast.
I mean, normally it's spelled with a C, but some people, maybe they changed it for the podcast. I don't know.
No, I think it's podcast
Outcast.
and
OUTCAST. Outcast.
Yeah.
Liquid IV. I'll look at it because I'm just using my stock standard cup of Java this morning. Here it is, in the 55-gallon drum variety, and I love it. But I have thought about what electrolytes and all that fancy stuff that goes in there. I hear that's important, so I might have to look into your deal there. I just might. So yeah.
Use the promo code OUTCAST.
Actually, it's not promo code, right? It's the website. They set up a whole liquidiv.com/outcast. Is that what you're saying?
No, you actually go to you actually go to liquidiv.com and then when you're checking out. It asks you, do you have a promo code? And you
Right.
put the Outcast in there, and you get 20% off your order.
20%. Okay.
And it was
Woo-hoo.
really
Look at
cool
us.
too. It was really cool too because I ordered 2 bags, because if you order 2 bags, you got a free a free glass container that you can, mix your
Oh, like a
liquid
shaker
IV
bottle.
in.
Yeah, yeah.
And so my son did the same thing. So now I have 2 shaker bottles too. So
Wow.
basically I have a lot of liquid IV and 2 shaker bottles.
Better be good. It better be as good as advertised, huh? Okay. All right. So does it taste good? I mean, at least it's not like, ugh.
No, it's not. It's not.
No.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's doing the job, because this is like my 3rd day.
Okay.
And I will notice this, because I told you I have blood pressure problems
Yes.
on the low side, not the high side, but the low side. And so they tell me to hydrate.
Right.
And this seems to be helping a lot. It seems to actually be helping more than, some of the other ones, maybe, but it says 3 times. The thing on the, in the promo, and, of
Right.
course on the bag you get of it, 3 times the hydration of other drinks.
I'll look it up.
I'll try it for a while.
I will. I'll look it up. Yes, we look forward to your ongoing review. So there you go. All right. Well, there you go. So how's it going otherwise?
Hey, I mean, they played sucky, but the Bucks won. You gotta love when you play sucky and you win.
They played Carolina. Carolina has 1 win all year, right? Or 1 or 2?
One.
One.
But what really blows my mind, the team they beat, but that was at the beginning of the year.
Right.
They beat Texas. Maybe the new quarterback didn't have all of his act together then, but
Yeah.
he does now. I think they're going to be a little bit of a contender at the end of the year. Not the Bucks. Not the Bucks. I'm talking Texas.
Oh, Texas. No. No, they're not getting past Jacksonville. Sorry. They're not getting past my Jaguars, who thankfully, thank you for the TV God blessing, are playing tonight as we record this on a Monday, as always, tonight on Monday Night Football. So you will know, you, the listeners, will know the results of this game as you hear this podcast, since we drop it on Wednesday morning. And yes, tonight, Jacksonville and Cincinnati, which is interesting. So yeah.
All right, let's go Bengals.
No. Oh, wait,
No.
I'm sorry. That's right. No, you root for losing teams. I get it. Thank you. No. I had a moment there. I did. I had a moment. I remember last week you texted me before the Jags game and you said, all right, I'll root for Texas, because they were playing Texas, and the Texans rather. And it worked. So there you go. So, okay, good job.
Let's go Bengals. Come on, let's go.
Bengals. All right.
Well, don't you do that.
No, I can't. No.
Now you've jinxed it, because now you
I'm
rooted
fine.
for them.
I'm in Trevor we trust. It's okay. It's okay. So yeah, my Cleveland Browns lost yesterday, which was interesting because I'm in the Mellow Mushroom, good pizza. I'm in Mellow Mushroom on St. Augustine Beach yesterday. The lady friend and I were stopping for dinner, and I looked up, and there were the Cleveland Browns playing this Chargers, San Diego, I think. But I couldn't hardly tell because there was something wrong with their TV, the one that I was looking at in the restaurant, and it was in black and white. And it's like, wow, wait a minute, what is this, like the 1950s? Black and white TV. So anyway, but the Browns lost, and they shouldn't have lost. They shouldn't have. But anyway, the Browns are just Jekyll and Hyde team. Some weeks they're brilliant, and some weeks they're awful. So anyway, I don't know.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Every time you hear a bell ring, an angel gets its wings.
What's that got to do with?
That was an old black and white movie, so kind of like tried to make a little bit of a joke, but
it was too much of a stretch. Too much, because isn't that from It's a Wonderful Life?
Yes.
And
we're in the Christmas spirit, we're in the Christmas, window.
Check. Yes.
So I thought, boom, bam, black and white movie, bam, I hit it. And I didn't even I didn't even nick the ball. I think it was a strike.
Yeah, no, I think that was a whiff. But that's just me. Maybe people at home will be roaring with laughter. They'll be going, "Oh, BJ, he's so funny. Look at that great tie in there." I don't know. Maybe. Who knows?
But we're going to talk about football. And since we both live in the state of Florida, of course, we're both Gator fans, so neither one of us really care.
No.
But
and I live right here. I'm in Gaines. I'm just down the street.
So what do you think of the FSU controversy?
That was so for those who don't know, over the weekend, the FSB, what is that, football championship, whatever it is, I don't know what they call them. There's, so many three-letter initial company, boards out there. Anyway, they picked the top 4 for the championship bowl games, and Florida State, the undefeated Florida State Seminoles, were not in the mix. I don't know that because they put in Alabama, who had one loss, who played, by the way, the game of their lives, beating the number 1 ranked Georgia Bulldogs Saturday night. So I don't see, and they were even talking about it as I was watching the Alabama-Georgia game. They're like, okay, if Alabama wins, that means there will be no undefeated team in the SEC. I think I might have that wrong, but I'm pretty sure no undefeated team in the SEC. But you cannot, capital C, cannot have a championship series at the end of the year without an SEC team in it. And so they put Alabama in with 1 loss, even though Florida State, no losses. I don't know what I feel about that. I understand their desire because the SEC is like the premier league. They'll get more eyeballs. They'll get more people, to watch and all that. But Florida State, what were they playing with their 3rd string quarterback Saturday night?
Yeah, and they still won.
And they still won. It wasn't a pretty game, but they still won. So I feel for them. I really do. But I think whoever the powers that be that make those decisions kind of had to feel like, okay, we really need, and, maybe there was some arm twisting in the back room somewhere that they really needed to have an SEC team. And so Alabama, they'll get more eyeballs, they'll get more advertising money, they'll get more people watching. I think I understand the marketing at work there. So that's not a very good answer, except to say that I feel for you Seminole fans and I get it, but I think there were bigger powers at work. So what do you think about that?
I think if I was a fan of Florida State University,
right,
I would be up in arms.
Yes.
But since I'm not, I think Georgia should have been in more than Alabama.
Really?
I think
just
Georgia's
for the fact of being able to go for.
I think they're a better team.
And it would have been an interesting run to go for 3 national championships in a row. That would have been the story. So wow, there's an interesting little hot take on that. Thank you very much. So okay, cool. Well, everybody's got their opinion, just like other bodily parts. Everybody has an opinion. So we'll see. Yeah, it's come on, Georgia. You can't beat Alabama. They're the number 8 team. You can't beat them for the national, for the SEC championship. Get into that playoff, no questions asked. Go for the 3-peat. Come on. Anyway, congrats, Alabama.
I think really they should have let the Bucks in, and they would have had a chance at a championship. And I doubt that they would even have got out of that first round.
Years and years and years and years ago, when I was still living in Cleveland, and Ohio State was having one of their big seasons. Believe me, that was on sports talk radio in Cleveland. That was quite the hot topic for a while of could the Cleveland Browns beat the Ohio State Buckeyes that year? And people were like, I don't think so. I don't think so. So yeah, that would have been quite the game. So yeah, put the Bucks in the national champion. Yeah, whatever. That's okay. They already got, Baker Mayfield of the Heisman house there and all of that stuff. I get it. So fine. All right.
I was actually a little excited because there was like a rumor going around because of, the foot injury last week that, we might see, what is it? Trash or
Kyle Trask. Yeah. Gator, former Gator.
Gator.
Yeah.
I was thinking, let's just see what he's got. Might as well at this point in the season, but then it didn't happen. They still used.
I'm sorry to cut you off. But yeah, I think that would have been a good decision. I think that would have been an interesting, to see what the kids got and see if it's worth, still holding on to them. I don't know. Whatever. We'll see. It's just we're at that time of the season in the National Football League, in the NFL, where things are really kind of coming into focus, but the injuries are taking their toll, and this and that and the other thing, and so anyway. It's interesting. It's the most wonderful time of the year. NFL playoff time's coming.
Well, even though the NFC South is probably the worst division in the entire NFL,
yes,
it's tighter than nails.
Well, because they all suck together. Yes.
Which one sucks the least? That's what we'll find out at the end of the year.
There you go. All right, there you go.
I'm gonna go, even as much as I love the Bucks. And I would really love to see them at least, win the division.
Right.
I think it's going to be Atlanta.
I've paid no attention to Atlanta this year, and I've paid very little attention to the Bucks. I got to tell you, it's been a Jacksonville kind of a year, so I don't know. But yeah, all right, we'll see what happens. All right, we'll see what happens.
All right, well, moving on.
What else?
Christmas time. I read a very interesting article, and I know it's true for me now. Now you're kind of in a new relationship, so it's probably not the same here, but it says more than a third of us have no idea what to get our partners. Christmas coming up.
I would put myself in that category. And because my relationship is so new that I don't have a good handle on what, you can get her the usual sappy, romantic, generic kind of a thing, which I probably will, because I don't have any better idea of what she would find helpful, useful, want, or, it's not like you're buying somebody pots and pans at this point in the relationship. I know your wife, she needs nothing. So what are you going to do?
And I'm just going to, maybe this is all couples, but, we have his and hers. Not his and hers, but we have one checking account. We have one savings account.
Right.
We have two credit cards. One we both use all the time.
Right.
Another one I use for just purposes of Amazon.
Okay.
And then she has a card.
Okay.
Which she very, very, very seldom uses. So it's all the same money pool.
Right.
It's difficult. Like, what am I going to do? Basically what we've kind of done, but I know we'll probably do more, a little bit more, not a lot, but a little bit more. But, we ordered the Amazon tablet, which neither one of us really liked. So we decided to send it back.
Really?
The Amazon pad is gone. It's out the house on its way to Amazon.
Amazon. Okay. I want to hear more about that later on, because we talked about it a couple of weeks ago and you were pretty excited about it. But anyway, let's finish up this Christmas thing. What are you going to do?
Well, yeah, I don't know. But, well, that was kind of my Christmas deal too, because when we sent the Amazon pad back, my wife said, well, let's get us, because I said, man, I don't know how this thing is crazy. It doesn't work right. It doesn't do things that I enjoy doing,
right.
or the way I enjoy doing it. Did the same things I like to do, but not in the same mannerism as the things I like to do.
Okay.
Does that make sense? It doesn't operate the same.
Sure.
So she said, well, let's just send it back and get an iPad. I go, no, they're too expensive. She goes, we'll get it together and that'll be our Christmas present. So I said, okay.
Yeah.
It goes back.
There you go.
But I know we'll hopefully do something a little bit more than that.
Right.
I know I'm not going to get my electric car that I want, but at least I asked for it.
An electric, tell me which one first. And do you have a preference? Do you care?
Well, if God, would bless me with lots and lots of money,
right.
It would definitely be a Tesla.
Okay.
But if not, I don't know. Maybe Maybe the Ford, maybe the Honda. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
I tell you, the newest car that I like is and I think I don't know, because I haven't looked into it that much. I think maybe Honda makes it, or Hyundai. The Santa Cruz is a really nice looking vehicle.
It's a Hyundai, to answer your question, and it's the pickup truck version of the Tucson SUV. It's cute.
It's kind of like it's kind of like the old Rancheros.
Yeah,
like a modern day Ranchero.
Wow, they're set in the Wayback Machine. But yes, you're right. You're right about that. It kind of is, and it's cool. I've seen a couple of them around. There's not many of them out there, and I don't know if they're just not super popular or they just didn't make a lot of them. I don't know, but they are cool looking. They are like I said, it's the pickup truck version of the Hyundai Tucson, which I drive and love. So yeah, all good.
Yeah, I saw it and go, oh man, that's a cool car.
It's not electric. It's not electric.
I know, but it's cool looking. But and another thing I was thinking about, maybe because I don't know if it's going to happen or not. They say it is, but then depending on who gets elected and who does what and who screams the loudest and everything else, in another 3 years they're not even going to be allowed to make gasoline cars anymore.
I have heard that, honestly, and I'm no expert, but I don't see it happening because the infrastructure is just not there. I mean, if you have an electric car, if you have a Tesla, or if you have a Hyundai Ioniq, or I have a friend that has a Hyundai Ioniq, super nice little car, terrific little car. But when you're driving it, you're always thinking, where's the next charging station? Because you get about in real life. Don't believe what the car company puts on their advertisements, on their TV commercials, and on their, it's good for 300 miles. Bull stuff. Sorry. You get 225 tops because you're running the AC and you're running the air conditioning and the radio and the seat warmer or the whatever. 225 miles. You're thinking hard about when's the next charging station. And if you're on the highway, I mean, thank goodness I have right down the road from me, there's a charging station. If you're on the highway and you get off in Gainesville, stop by and say hi. It's right in front of the Target on Archer Road. And you're good to go. But they're 100 miles between them. And if you don't plan properly, you're panicking. So anyway, long story short, until they really figure out, okay, we need to have as many electric charging stations out there as we have. I'm not going to say as many gas stations, but a lot more electric charging stations. I don't see it happening. And I think, and I don't want to open up a can of worms here, but if you really do the math and you really do the science, electric cars are cool, but it costs just as much in terms of environmental damage to make the batteries for the electric car. But we think, it's electric, we're not burning fossil fuels. No, you're right. We have little children working slave labor camps in all parts of the world to produce the lithium that we need for these batteries. So there I am off on another tangent. Sorry about that. But anyway,
another thing I think would be a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
If you were, and I've even thought about this, is the plug-in hybrids, where you get about 25 to 30 miles
of
on
all
the
battery,
plug-in
of all battery.
And then it, becomes like a regular hybrid.
And for guys like you and me who are just driving to Walmart once a week or twice, and to Publix once a week or whatever, perfect. Because now I could just use it as electric, like you said, and burn no gas. And then if I take it out on the highway for a long trip, okay, now I got the gas motor. And I like that. I do think that's a better compromise. Let's put it that way. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But now I will say that electric cars are super cool. And like I said, I have a friend who has one in Sarasota. And when she was going to buy it, she dragged me along to the car dealer because, she knew nothing about it. I'm no expert, but I know what I like and I enjoy driving them. So we did a test drive. And it's an eye opener to drive an electric car for the first time because you mash the gas, it makes no noise, and it pins you to the back of the seat like whoosh. And it's like, oh, wow, this is cool. So, yeah, it's big fun.
While we're on the subject, because I was going to continue this Christmas.
Okay. Christmas. Yeah.
Christmas shopping a little bit. But now that we're on that subject, have you seen the new Tesla pickup? Whoa, that's a weird looking car, but in a way I like it. In a way I'm like, whoa, this is a little too weird looking.
The Cybertruck. Yes, I've seen it. And there's a couple of really good reviews of it on YouTube. Go look up Marcus Brownlee. He's a young man in New York who normally does tech reviews like iPhones and computers, but he is also into the electric car stuff. And he's one of the top YouTubers of all time. And he does a 45-minute review of it. That's awesome. There's also a video, just to put a bow on this, there's also a video of a Tesla Cybertruck against a Porsche 911 in a drag race. And the Tesla Cybertruck beats the Porsche 911 while towing another Porsche 911 and still beats the Porsche in the quarter mile. And that blows my mind. And that's also on YouTube. That's unbelievable. So anyway, yeah, but just $100,000 at a Tesla store near you. So go for it.
We're getting it. I'm excited here in Claremont. We're getting a new Tesla store. Ooh. And we just got a new, and we were there just this last weekend. We got a new Costco.
Oh, you lucky dog.
So now we got enough toilet paper, tissue, and butt wipes to last us, through
the
Christmas.
Next epidemic. No Costco in Gainesville, and I don't. It's like it's quite the topic of conversation on the local Facebook pages. Why do we? We have Sam's Club, we got whatever, all the Walmarts you can handle. No Costco in Gainesville.
The Costco in Orlando is like by Millennium Mall, which I don't know if anyone has been to the Millennium Mall in Orlando or know the area.
Yep.
It is probably the most traffic area that I have ever been to in my life.
Wow.
I mean, it's just getting in and getting out of there. You just want to blow your brains out by the time you get out.
And here it is Christmas time. So it's even worse.
I wouldn't even think about going there this month.
Now, the good news is, of course, if the relationship with my young lady friend continues and we end up being together, we really like the south side of Jacksonville, by not far from from St. John's Town Center, which has everything. There is nothing there that if you can think of it, it's at the St. John's Town Center. And they have a Tesla store, they have an Apple store, they have a Costco, they have all of that right there. So I'm good to go with any of that stuff. So anyway, that's just shopping. And
you left out the most exciting store of all that you would be near.
At the town center. Wait a minute. BJ Odom telling me the most exciting store I would be near. Dick's Sporting Goods. I don't know what.
Bill.
What? You're gonna say it, and I'm gonna go, of course. But what?
Buc-ee's.
It's not at the town center.
Yeah, but it's not that far.
No, it's not. It's between. I pass it when we drive from her place up to the town center. We go past it on I-95 every time. It's right there. It's between like the south side of Jacksonville before you get to St. Augustine, I think. It might be. Yeah,
it's a little before St. Augustine. Yeah.
Yeah, it's right near the World Golf Village there. So yeah, Bucky, you're right. Buc-ee's. Good heavens. We should have gone there for dinner last night. We ended up at Mellow Mushroom, which was fabulous, but should have gone to Buc-ee's for dinner. That would have been cool.
I like Mellow Mushroom.
Yep.
Both the pizza and the other.
Yes.
But yeah, I think I would choose, if I had a choice between the two, I'd go for Buc-ee's.
Well, we know about you and the brisket sandwich, which I haven't had yet. So yeah, but I'm more of a pulled pork guy, and I know they do that too. So all right.
I have not yet tried it, but I'm excited to someday try it.
What?
And they have like an egg brisket sandwich.
Oh.
For like breakfast.
Nice.
Yes.
In when you live in Texas, the breakfast taco is a thing. And that's very similar. Scrambled eggs rolled up in a nice warm tortilla, scrambled eggs, cheese, bacon, sausage, whatever the usual stuff. And yeah, when I worked for Apple, there was a gas station, one of these big, not a Buc-ee's sized thing, but like a Wawa sized thing that had them, and they would just sell them by the hundreds in the morning. And it was like, yes, please. A couple of those guys are awesome. So yeah, the breakfast. But yeah, that sounds really good. That sounds really yummy. All right. So now I'm getting hungry because I haven't had breakfast yet. All I've had is this coffee over here. And now you're making me hungry, doggone it. I'm happy to report there are 2 slices of leftover mellow mushroom pizza in my refrigerator. And they will probably be lunch just as soon as we are done recording this program. So there you go.
I had these, which the wife bought at our first, trip to the Claremont Costco. They're like little egg bacon cupcakes, but they're about, they're like a small little flat cupcake. It's got egg, bacon.
Oh, okay. For
And,
breakfast?
yeah. And you just you can pop them in the microwave, the air fryer,
Awesome.
I put mine because I'm lazy as hell. I put mine and it wasn't bad. I was wondering, well, should I put it in the air fryer or should I just put it in the microwave? I wrapped it in a paper towel and put it in the microwave, and it was good. It probably would have been better if I put it in the air fryer, but I'll take it.
Yeah, I don't have. I think I either need an air fryer or a toaster oven in this house because all I have is the big oven, and I know I'm going to have to turn that on to rewarm my mellow mushroom pizza because there's no way I'm microwaving pizza. That's like, I'm pretty sure you go right to hell if you microwave pizza.
Would you like to know the best way to reheat pizza, Bill Stevens?
Tell me, BJ Odom, before we go to break. Tell me. This is valuable information.
Do you have a frying pan?
I do.
Take the pizza, put it in the frying pan, warm it up, take it out. You'll thank me in the morning.
Does it need any like spritz oil or anything in it, or just dry?
I put mine in dry, but I have, the not Teflon, but
yeah, the nonstick. Yeah, the nonstick. I got a big one of those. Yeah.
So I never put it in.
Really?
Yeah, kind of like toast it back up, kind of, crust the.
Really?
Yeah, and you like crispy crust?
Oh, sure.
Well, it'll crisp your crust up. It'll warm your pizza, and you'll thank me in the morning. Best way to rewarm pizza, frying pan.
Ladies and gentlemen, it has taken 31 minutes of BJ and Bill, the podcast, but I have learned something new today. And that's a valuable thing. That's a super valuable thing. Wow. Okay. Fry pan pizza.
I'm going to expect to hear from you, later today saying, oh my, OMG. You knew what you were talking about.
I will even, I'm holding up my iPhone. I will even take a picture of it to show that I did it. And then I will let you know. I think I'm going to spritz a little because I have some of that spray. It's the nonstick spray stuff. And it's the olive oil kind. It's the good kind.
Okay.
Yeah. So all right. Now I'm excited. Now I'm impressed. All right.
That's today's show. I'm going to go have pizza now. Thank you.
I gotta go. I'll see you later. All right. So lots to talk about Christmas shopping wise, and we will do that when we get back in just a few seconds. So hang on, go rewarm something, and we will be right back.
With Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Welcome back. I'm Bill Stevens. That is culinary expert BJ Odom on the other end of the line. And this is BJ and Bill, the podcast. So feel free, like BJ said earlier, to stop by wherever you get your podcasts to give us that juicy 5-star review. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen, and stop by the Facebook page. Just do a quick search for BJ and Bill Podcast. Remember, you got to spell out the and. BJ and Bill Podcast on Facebook. and we would appreciate it. There you go. So I think we covered the pizza thing. That I can't wait to try it. I'm going to be doing that ASAP. But of course, Christmas is coming, and we went to the mall yesterday again. As we record this, we went to the mall on Sunday because it was, like I said, not the best day. And I found, I'm sure you know about this because you have kids and grandkids and all of this. I was introduced yesterday to, yes, I know you're going to say, Bill, how could you not? Squishmallows.
My grandkids are too old, I think.
They might be. How old?
16 and 20.
Oh, yeah, they're too old. They're too old. But for little kids, Squishmallows are, I mean, that's the new Beanie Babies, the new Teddy Ruxpin. Oh, am I dating myself there or what? They are it. They are the it toy this year. They're like these pillowy things, and they're all different colors and designs with faces and critters and things like that. And I do admit, like any good toy, as an adult, I can look at that and go, that's cute. I get it. That's very cute. And a couple of stores, I mean, and they have little ones, and I'm holding my hands up, you know, maybe the size of a softball, little ones. And they have big ones, oh man, that are like, you know, 18 inches, 2 feet tall, and crazy prices and all of that. So you wander around, and they all have, here's the important part. They all have tags with their name and a little bit of backstory to each one of them. And I'm like, kids, you don't know it yet, but this is brilliant marketing, because it's like, oh, this is, and I don't remember the name. They have funny names. They have weird. I know one of them is Cinnamon Roll. I think that's one of the popular ones. Now, see, we're going to get all kinds of email from parents going, you don't know your Squishmallows? No, I don't.
And I do not know them either. But let me ask you this.
Yes.
Are they like kind of egg shaped and very, very soft?
So, some of them are egg shaped. Yes. Very soft. They're made of, I don't know what that to me is the genius of them, is that they're made of this velvety material on the outside, and the inside, they're squishy. They're real, like, soft. They're real pillowy, and they are super, they have that feel to them that's like, ooh, it's you just want to hold on to them and hug them. And they're kind of cute. And they all have, this is the funny part. I'm in the toy store with my lady friend, and we're going down the line of them, and she's like, oh, that one's cute, that one's cute. And I'm stopping to open the tag on every one of them because they all have a backstory. They're all like, oh, this is Cinnamon Roll, and she loves soccer and playing video games with her friends. And they almost all of them have like a question or something to draw you in. On Facebook, they call that engagement, right? You always want people to engage with your posts. So they always end with a question like, ooh, where would you like to go exploring with Cinnamon Roll? Or where would you, whatever. And I'm like, you clever guys, you, or ladies, you, whoever invented these things. It's like the little kid's going to get this, and it's going to be a whole, I don't know. It impressed me in a marketing kind of a thing, which I'm into that sort of thing. So anyway, I'm kind of surprised you don't know, but then your kids are older, like I said.
Now,
so,
I will say this, my wife and my daughter
right,
do have an item that sounds very, very familiar to that.
Right.
But they both got theirs at, wait a minute, here it comes, Disney.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
But they're like kind of like egg-shaped pillows, but they're like so soft and squishy, and they got little faces and stuff on them.
Right.
And I mean, I've held one before, and I go, oh man, this thing is just kind of neat.
Yeah.
It's like, when you go to sleep, I don't know if you use like a pillow to put your arm over or whatever.
Right.
I go, oh, this is perfect for that.
Right.
But it didn't have like a backstory or anything like that. But they came from Disney. So I would say, as you explain them,
right,
very close to what you're talking about, but no backstory as far as I know. But like there is a Minnie Mouse one, and yeah,
everybody knows the Disney stories. So yeah, I get it. So, but maybe they don't need a story, but maybe they're made by the same company and they just put the Disney faces and the Disney, artwork on them. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I get it. So that was my introduction to the hot Christmas thing. I don't know if they're super hot this Christmas. I think they are. I mean, I kind of saw a couple of stores, even the Hallmark store had them, and the toy store had them. And this is in the mall toy store. It's not the fancy, it's not like a Toys R Us or what. I don't even know if they're in business anymore. But anyway, so it was cool. It was fun to learn that sort of thing. So
now they do sound a little bit like, and I can't remember what they were called,
Right.
They were like little stuffed like not a raggedy doll, but they were called something, and they all had like little
Names and
small
stuff. Yeah.
backstories. Yeah.
I know what you're talking about because I think I saw some of those too, and I don't remember that. They're not Beanie Babies.
My
But
kids had them.
Yeah.
They're like little dolls.
Yeah.
And
I know what you're talking about because I think I saw some of them at the toy store.
Well, I'll get this information from my wife right now, who's in here looking for something. What was the doll that Toby Tyler? What was he? Cabbage Patch doll.
Oh, okay.
They had backstories
Yeah,
and things like
sure,
that.
everybody knows Cabbage. Those are years and years old. But I mean, yeah, they've been around forever. So yes, they had a story too. I think they did.
Yeah, they did. They got a little birth certificate with him. And
right,
things like that.
right. So it's all about the marketing, boys and girls. It's all about the, making the story so that you have something to relate to. Anyway, good for
and
them.
then if you were like, me,
yes,
when it came Christmas time, I got the pet rock.
I thought for sure, ladies and gentlemen, that BJ Odom was going to say, well, I grew up on a farm, so I just got the cabbage. It's funny. So yeah, I hear you. And then later on in the Hallmark store, I came across, and it wasn't a Squishmallow version, but it was a stuffed version. And I came across, it was about 2 foot tall. And I came across this stuffed squishy Jesus. And I thought, does the world really need a stuffed toy for Jesus? A Jesus stuffed toy? And I'm like, I don't know. Kind of weird looking, but
yeah, I guess it'd be kind of nice to take him, before you go to bed, and both could pray together.
Maybe that's Jesus. And there's nothing wrong with that. Except, there's nothing wrong with that. It was just weird to see, like, there he was on the shelf, kind of like Elf on a shelf. This was Jesus on a shelf too. I don't know. So
I think I'd be more afraid of Jesus on a shelf than I would be Elf on the shelf. Like, okay, Elf can report back. He can do
things.
He can make lightning, but you can make a lightning bolt come down and hit me.
He can make it happen.
I gotta be good, man. I got Jesus on the shelf.
So do you buy that for your kid and go, now he's watching you right from the bedroom?
If you were a very religious family, I would say that would probably work really well.
I hadn't thought of that until just this moment, but now that you mention it, I'm thinking, yeah, that's a good way to keep the kids in line. Jesus,
I think I'm going to go out and buy me a Jesus. I think I might need to have him around where my life's been going lately.
Okay. There's the week's 2 show bits right there in 5 minutes. BJ getting cabbage and Jesus on a shelf. There you go. Awesome. So yeah, that was my shopping weekend anyway. So yeah.
Should I be worried? My wife just came into, the office here where I, do the podcast every week.
Right.
Picked up the checkbook and left.
Well, I might be worried. I might.
I am.
I think you might. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, you did say that, there's Christmas shopping to be done. Now, I love the idea, by the way. I didn't get a chance to say that because we kind of moved past it. Love the idea of you getting the iPad for Christmas. I think you'll be very happy with it. Yes, it's a lot more. It's an Apple thing. Anything with that Apple logo on it is just a boatload of money. Just get used to it. Get over it. Get used to it.
Well, to reflect back, and I got it, on the original purchase was like a special, sale deal.
The Amazon pad, yes.
Yeah, and I think I got it for $69.
Yeah, add a zero.
And we're getting which is still not a bad price. We're getting the Apple for $4.99.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
And it was on sale also, I believe. I think it was regularly like five.
And did you order it from Apple or did you get it because Costco carries those?
I got it from Amazon again.
Oh, from Amazon. Okay, cool.
I returned one to get the other.
Okay, cool. So, and it's not a mini, right? It's not the little, is it the little itty bitty one?
It's a 10-inch screen.
There you go. You're good. Yeah, I know they make they start at like you said, $4.99, $5.99, and you can. I think I spent $9.99 on mine, but I got I didn't get the top of the line one, but I got a little better one. And because I had the Apple, I have the Apple credit card. I had the real live Apple way cool platinum, whatever it is. I don't know. You could put it on the Apple account and pay it in 12 installments, no interest. So I'm like, yes, please. I'll happily pay just, I don't know what it was, 50 or 60 bucks a month for a year, and then no interest. Count me in. I'm in.
Now, I'm going to ask you another question, since you just talked about, no interest and everything. Are you a person that's knowledgeable in like interest rates and things like that? Somewhat.
A tidbit. I mean, I watch a lot of YouTube videos about personal finance and money matters.
Okay, I'm going to give you a scenario here.
Okay.
I owe X amount of dollars on my home.
Yes.
I have a 5.750 interest rate
on the mortgage.
Right. Now I'm thinking about paying that down because I have some extra cash on hand. So I take about, $20,000 off of that.
Right.
Which it wouldn't lower my payment, but it makes the interest payment lower, which makes the principal payer higher. You know what I mean? You still pay the same amount of money.
Right.
But your principal that you're paying after you.
Well, basically it makes the loan shorter, right? I mean,
yeah, it would. Yeah. Cause they don't reduce your payment.
Right.
But
correct.
Also when you do make a payment, instead of your principal being X and your interest being X,
right,
that interest rate will be lower and the principal rate will be higher, right?
I don't know that. Believe me, lady friend and I have been shopping, doing the real, because she wants to buy a house and it's ridiculous out there now. You can't. But to answer your question, I don't know. I mean, I think I would talk to your bank or mortgage holder. Bank, they don't know. Talk to the mortgage holder and see what that benefits that would give you. As I always understood it, it didn't, like you said, it didn't change the payment. You were just putting some money towards the principal, which reduced the number of payments you would eventually make. But maybe that's changed over the years. I don't know. Now, the question is, like you said, you're paying 5 point whatever, which is a good, not great mortgage rate. Some people have 2% and 3% from way back in the, pandemic days. And nowadays they're like 7.5%, 8%. It's ridiculous. So I don't know. You need to talk to somebody who's better at personal finances than me when it comes to that kind of thing. Because you might be able to, I mean, you could buy T-bonds. You could buy treasury bills that pay 5.5%. The money is absolutely positively safe and guaranteed, and you're making the same amount as you are paying in your mortgage. So you got options. I just don't know which one's the best. I don't know.
I guess I'll just call my financial advisor.
You have a financial advisor?
Oh yes, believe me, I have a financial advisor.
And it's not your son?
No. He's my second financial advisor.
I understand. And trust me, he's way better at this stuff than you and I are. I get it. So, but cool. Yeah. Call your financial advisor and find out, because he might have some better options for you. I don't know. Because I mean, is it important that you pay off the mortgage sooner? Because I mean, as you have talked, I pretty much always thought this was like your last stop. We're burying you after this house.
Yeah, but I guess, I don't know. It's 10 to 1. I listen to, at least I used to, I don't anymore, because really I don't know where I can listen to him. I guess I can listen to him online. Dave Ramsey?
Dave Ramsey. Yeah.
He was like, pay off your mortgage, pay off your credit cards.
Credit cards, absolutely. If you have credit card debt of any kind, pay that first.
Oh yeah, because that's like 20% interest, 18% interest.
Crazy.
Yeah. So I understand.
But the house, the interest rate isn't changing. It's not going anywhere. You're locked in for that for the length of the loan, whatever it is. And so I don't know. Talk to your financial guy.
Okay.
See what's out there.
We've learned that if you have money problems or money, just check with your financial advisor.
Check with your financial advisor. Yeah, I'm not now, unless you'd like to loan Bill Stevens $10,000, so I can pay off my credit cards. That'd be fine. Not that I'm $10,000 in debt, but that'd be good. I mean, that would be awesome.
I would do that at a 15% interest rate.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I'd be happy to pay you. What'd you say? You're getting you can 5 1/4 or what? I would happily pay you the 5 1/4, but no, not 50. No, so that's fine. That's fine. So okay,
we're talking Christmas.
We are.
You got any more Christmas, shopping?
That's about it for me. That's about it. Squishmallows and stuffed Jesus.
Again, I want to stuff Jesus. Now that, you were in a new relationship, but I read here that long relationships, that's mine.
Yes.
Means less expensive gifts. Marriage may be the perfect recipe for happiness, but expensive, gifts, you can save money. So I guess that's the reason why I'm married. I can save money on Christmas gifts.
On Christmas gifts. I believe that. I do, because I mean, you're not, well, I shouldn't say that. Maybe I'll get myself in trouble with the ladies out there by saying you're not trying to impress anybody anymore.
Oh, yeah, believe me. Neither one of us are trying to impress either one of us anymore.
Right? So it's not like you have to, you're not buying anybody expensive jewelry or a new car or something like that to try and I mean, I don't want to sound like a really old geezer, but I think I probably will. Times have changed. Money is tight. I mean, unless you have a really, really good job or a really, really good investment program or something like that, and you got money sloshing around, people just don't have the money that they used to have. And so probably true that, it's like, okay, the gift thing is nice, but it's not going to be as extravagant as it used to be. Probably not for anybody. I mean, unless you're in that top 1%.
Yeah, that's not me.
It's definitely not me. So
I'm just I'm just happy to be making my money from this podcast. It's keeping me alive. It's keeping me alive. So again, make sure you review, make sure you subscribe, because all that will help Daddy's paycheck go up a little bit.
That's
hopefully.
Right. Keep the powers that be at Podcast Playground happy, and we are happy. That's it exactly. Yes, I get it. So there you go. So anyway, well, you even said that between you and your spouse there, you're buying one present that the both of you can use and all of that, and I hope that you will actually let her use it, because I have this feeling that you'll be pretty much hogging the iPad most of the time.
I don't know how that's going to work out, because, basically we sit there, and this is what's really stupid about today's life, today's world.
I know what you're going to say, and it's true. Go ahead and say it.
We both sit there, watch TV at night, and we're on our phone.
Yep. Absolutely, and, positively.
This phone, and I've said this before on this podcast, and I've said it in other places, other times. This phone, to me, is worse than a cigarette. I don't know. I've never been hooked on, tobacco, but I can imagine it, because I'm sitting there watching the television show. The minute a commercial comes on, it's right there next to me.
Yep.
I grab it.
Yep.
I bring it over. I open it. What's new on Facebook?
Yep.
What's new on Instagram? Oh, here's some cute little videos. And all of a sudden, show's back on. Take it.
Do you now? Here's one thing I'll say that I'm impressed by. You only do that during the commercials? Because I've taken it to a whole nother level. I'll have the game on the big screen on the TV, and I'm still playing a game or solitaire or scrolling Facebook on the iPad in my lap, even during the game. And I'll hear something go on the game, and I'll have to look up and go, "Ooh, what happened?"
Well, I have been there doing things, and all of a sudden, oh gosh, the show's back on again. Oh
yeah.
I didn't realize this show was back on yet. I better turn this back off. I've missed a couple minutes of the show here.
And it's probably a little young for BJ and Bill. Do you do TikTok at all?
Not really, but you know what? On Facebook, there's this feature. And I think this older generation, which it started out to be a young generation thing, but I think Facebook has turned into Old Fart Village.
Kind of is.
And so I'll be on Facebook, but there is a section where all of a sudden you can watch a video.
Yes.
And you watch it, and then it flips to another, and it's, video that people have shared on Facebook.
Yep.
But 90% of them are still TikTok videos. So I guess I could say, as far as going to the TikTok app, I don't even have it on my phone.
Good.
But as far as watching TikTok videos, I guess yes, because they're all on my.
Right. People repost them. Yeah. I believe that. I mean, and the reason I asked, I was listening to another podcast as I was driving over to St. Augustine yesterday, and they were talking to some psychologist or about personal development stuff or whatever. And he goes, and the guy said, "How about TikTok?" And the guy says, "I'll be honest with you." He says, "And I've done the research." He says, "TikTok is like bad fentanyl. It's like it gets you hooked immediately and you don't get out. And he says, and never mind the fact that all that data is going to China, where they'll probably use it against us at some point in the future." So, yeah.
Now, see, you're a bigger techie than me to understand, but I wonder if you're watching the videos on Facebook, it's probably still jumping back somehow.
It might.
To the TikTok.
I don't know that. I mean, if I make a video that I post on TikTok and then I take the same video and I post it on YouTube, that's two different things, two different platforms. But if I just link to the, and it takes me back to I don't know. I'm not 100% sure on that. All I know is that, yeah, even I noticed that. Even I noticed that if I happen, and I don't have the TikTok app on either my phone or my iPad, but you can go to the website on the computer and start watch, and a half hour goes by and you're like, I don't know what I'm doing. No kidding. You've gone down the rabbit hole. So anyway.
Well, that's like, like if the wife is off with friends.
Right.
And I'm sitting at home, and I really not anything that's worth watching on television, which is quite often.
Right.
I'll start watching these little videos, and then I'll kind of like that you said, one after another, after another, after another, after another. And all of a sudden, oh my God, it's been like 20 minutes. I've been watching these stupid little videos.
Absolutely. And I get it. I mean, every platform, and by platform, I mean like Facebook or YouTube or Twitter or X or TikTok or Instagram. The goal of every one of those is to keep your eyes on the screen so they can put advertising in front of you and make money off advertising. That is the goal of every one of these guys. Now, when it comes to TikTok, is there more going on? Well, I think so. I think they're kind of like tracking what you see and what you watch, and they're putting some stuff out there. I don't know. I heard this, and I don't know this for a fact, but I heard this and I believe it, that if in America, open up your TikTok app and it's kids dumping frozen Gatorade on each other and, eating dishwasher detergent and all that stupid stuff. And if you open the TikTok app in China, it's telling kids about how great it is to be a scientist and a doctor and all of that stuff. And it's like, all right, what are we teaching, and who are we teaching it to, and what's the outcome here? What are they doing? So anyway.
Now, I have a question. I don't know the answer, but I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
So if I take dishwasher soap and I drink it.
Yes.
Well, is that like brainwashing?
Yeah, yes, it is. Except it comes out the other end.
Oh, then you wash that out too, I guess. Hey, dear, come here and look at the bubbles in the toilet. This is really cool. I've never seen this many bubbles in my toilet.
3 jokes in one show. Awesome. Yes. So don't do that, kids. Don't do that.
I'm going to do it just so I can see the bubbles in my toilet.
Oh, man. Bubbles in toilet.
I never understood the whole dishwasher, or not the dish detergent pods, how that became such a big thing.
I don't. And it just shows what? Does it show how stupid people are? I hate to say that, but does it really show how dumb people are?
And I don't mean to be, I don't know. I don't know what I mean to be, but it's not like it made you high either. You know, at least back in my day, we ate weird shit, but it made us high.
Got a buzz from it. Yes, yes, and yes. At least there was a positive outcome. Well, what we thought was a positive outcome.
At the moment, there was a positive
At the moment,
outcome.
it was. But there's no upside to eating a Tide Pod. There's no upside to downing detergent that I know of, other than the emergency room. So, don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, but you're right. It's crazy. I
would say most of our listeners, thank God, don't do stupid things like that. But there might be a few. I don't know.
Well, I would like to think that our listeners are closer to our age and maybe have a little more wisdom than some younger people might. I don't want to step on any toes. So.
Well, now to think about it, though, when I was young, I did some stupid things that my parents would never do either.
We all did stupid stuff when we were young. We all did. But I feel this crosses the line to something that's just so ridiculously, why would you do that kind of a thing? Because like you said, when we were young, we smoked stuff and we drank stuff that at the moment thought was giving us a little bit of a benefit in some way or another for the way it made us feel or whatever. But there's no upside. There's no benefit of any kind that I can see. I don't know. Maybe there's something in it. No, there's not. There's no upside to doing stupid stuff like eating Tide Pods. Sorry. And I'm not picking on Tide. I'm just saying that's what it used. That was the quote unquote challenge or whatever. So I don't get it. I don't.
The new challenge is for
everyone
out there that wants to do a challenge, send us $5 and, let's get that challenge going all across the country. Let's get some TikTok videos rolling, some Facebook videos rolling. People out there sending BJ and Bill $5. We'll split it 50-50. That's $250 for me, $250 for you. Do it today, my friends.
It would take. How much would it cost for you to eat a Tide Pod? I'm thinking it would cost at least $10,000 for me to do that. $5. I don't get out of bed for $5. I
don't know. I don't know, but there's probably a number but I would think that would be so bad for you. But I probably put so many bad things in my body. What would hurt? One more?
I hear you,
give me enough money.
Again, everything has a price tag. Everything is negotiable. Everything. Don't kid yourself into thinking, there's some things I would never do. Everything has a price tag. That one's pretty high for me. pretty damn high. So yeah, I get it. And
maybe if you give me enough money to pay off my house and I don't have to worry about taking my savings and putting any of that into my house, then I might try a Tide Pod.
That BJ Odom, $200,000. We'll see what we can do. There you go.
It's going to take more than a couple hundred. Yeah, $100,000. I would.
$100,000.
Do I have to eat the whole thing, or do I just have to
swallow it whole, baby, just like an oyster?
Oh, I don't know. Then I don't know, because I might be dead. Like the money may not mean anything to me if I'm dead.
And there you go. And that's the point of the whole thing. If it sends you to the ER or worse, is it worth it at any price? And that's where I think you got to put a little brain power to work and go, all right, is this really worth what is this it? Is this worth it? For me, no.
Well, maybe like for, $100 million and you put it in my bank account as I eat it.
Right. The money's got to land in the bank. I got to see it. Yeah.
At least my wife and children would enjoy the money.
There you go. And then all right, folks, none of this should be taken as life advice, because you're talking to BJ and Bill here, who have zero to offer when it comes to how to live your life. So there you go. All right. Well, that's kind of an interesting way to bring the show to a close here, whether or not how much money it would take for you to severely damage yourself with eating things or drinking things or whatever.
And I don't know why they ate the Tide Pods. Come on, snort them. Come on, be a man.
Then you got bubbles coming out of other places. No, it's no fun. No fun. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, what a wild and crazy ride today has been. And thank you for that, because we both started the show feeling a little gray, a little bummed out. I don't know, whatever, but the show always manages to cheer me up here. So that's a good thing. So awesome. Last minute thoughts, or are you good? Are you going to go find a Tide Pod now?
I think I'm going to go. I'm going to try something different.
Okay, go, because I'm doing the skillet pizza is what I'm doing.
I think I'm snorting a little Ajax. I think I'm going to try that, because that's...
well, it is white and powdery.
Yeah. You know what? Even when snorting was cool, I wasn't snorting.
No, definitely not. No, me neither.
I did some crazy things, but I never snorted.
Yeah, no.
Never did cocaine, never did any of those things.
No,
I missed out on all of it.
You didn't miss out on it. You did the right thing. You made one of the few good decisions of your life, and that was one of them. So
I have said this on many occasions, and I'll say it one more time as we wrap up.
Mm-hmm.
I really believe, because I was one of those children who were wild and crazy, who had wild and crazy friends, who did wild and crazy things, but I always knew about my little heart defect. And a lot of these drugs that children were taking in my time, they had speed, something that would increase your heart rate.
Right.
And I always said, you know what, if I do this, it looks like these guys are having a lot of fun, and it would be really, really cool if I did too. And I want to, but I would be afraid my heart would explode if I did this. So I often say and I don't know if it's a disability or whatever, my birth defect or whatever, I think may, and I've said this even religiously, may have saved me, because it kept me from doing things that I really truly believe I probably would have done if I didn't have the disability that I have.
And one of those things might have probably killed you.
Yes. Yeah. Even being healthy could have killed me.
Sure. I mean, that's always a possibility too. But like you said, you were at least wise enough at the time to think, yeah, I have something that makes it different for me, and I probably don't want to go down that road. So good for you.
Then I've even said, they say, God does things, and I don't want to end this in a, like a preaching segment.
No, but I hear it. I hear this coming, and it's true.
But, God maybe does things in your life to keep you, that for a reason.
The Lord works in mysterious ways.
And if you would have known me and my friends that I ran around with, because I played in rock and roll bands,
right?
Loud rock and roll bands with long stringy hair. And I probably, having a heart defect, probably kept me alive and out of rehab and many other situations.
Look at that. What a great way to end the show.
That's the way we'll close it.
The Lord works in mysterious ways, and BJ Odom is one of them. So that's great.
And I'm still alive. Who'd have thunk?
Who'd have thunk it? All these years. Who'd have thunk it? Awesome. Well, there you go. I'm glad. End on a high note, and that was definitely one of them. So go out there, make it a great week, folks. Don't do anything stupid. Do good stuff. Share goodness with the world out there this weekend. We will see you again next week. And until then, it's just up to BJ Odom to say,
see ya.
Lucky Land Casino, asking people, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
Lucky? In line at the deli, I guess?
Aha, in my dentist's office. More than once, actually.
Do I have to say?
Yes, you do.
In the car before my kids' PTA meeting.
Really?
Yes.
Excuse me, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
I never win and tell.
Well, there you have it. You can get lucky anywhere, playing at LuckyLandSlots.com. Play for free right now. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.